Yes, guys. Yes, people. Where the fuck? Oh, what happened to my mic? But yeah, we're back. Yes, guys. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another match preview for you guys today. The big games keep on flowing, but we're actually near the end of that painfully tough run of fixtures we had to start the season. And we're still unbeaten. Time will tell whether we remain unbeaten within the next 24 hours. I can be confident that with the way that we've been playing, with how confident that we've been playing, and the confidence that we've had growing in the last few games as well, there's no reason why we can't beat Manchester City or beat any other team in Europe. But we're going to talk all things Man City, Chelsea. We're going to delve into Man City squad, our predicted lineups. Might do a combined 11 as well, to be honest. We haven't done one before for big games, really. So this is probably a game where we could actually have a few debates on this channel about who goes in and where. But let's just get straight into it. As always, smash the like and subscribe button on your way into the stream. Big up everyone that is locked in. Jesters, we'll start with you. How's the last 24 hours?
It's been a madness this week at work, but I'm looking forward to this weekend where we can just kick back and watch Chelsea kick the crap out of Man City. It'll take a lot of pent up anger and aggression I have just to watch the boys smash that shitty team.
Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see. Welcome, the Queen of the J5 Penitentiary, as always, Stephanie. How's everything been?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited for the match tomorrow. Hopefully, it's a bit more exciting than the last one. I'm excited to see Lukaku and Werner, though.
Well,
do you have some kind of?
We'll delve into lineup later on, but it would be interesting to see if we go.
Do you have some kind of scoop that I don't know
of? I just think that's what he's gonna do. With Mount being out.
Yeah.
Love that. Josh, what are you saying, bro?
I mean, I'm doing well. Just echoing everybody's sentiment. Ready for the weekend. Ready for the game. It's 7:30 a.m.
in the morning. Goddamn, already.
Oh shit! But, those 12:30 kickoffs are way worse for you than it is for us.
Yeah, it's 6:30 for Jester over there. But I almost quite prefer them a little bit because it frees my day up. Unfortunately, like if the game's over by a certain time, it frees my day up to get out of the house a bit. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be just like all the other Chelsea City clashes. It's going to be a tight game, a battle all the way till somebody gets a goal. But I like our chances. I think we'll probably see a 3-5-2 again, and if Stephanie may be right, maybe Werner, maybe Havertz, but we'll see what old Tommy T has in store. No one ever knows. So
maybe Robin Loftus-Cheek.
Nah, no chance, no chance. Wayne, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to the game myself. Obviously, finally, some common sense might prevail with a certain player not playing. But I will get into that later when someone probably will be coming on the stream. But I'm good. If you follow me on Twitter, please could you go on my status? I'm trying to get as many likes as I can for one status, what means the world to me personally. And I would like you to keep liking that button and sharing it on Twitter for me. I'll be very grateful. I know it's a cheap plug, but it's quite meaningful for me, and I think it's quite, how can I put it? Oh, what's the word? With women, they deserve better treatment than they do in this life than they are getting. And for me, I would love to try and spread awareness of that and be a voice to realise that they deserve better than how they're getting treated in every bit of life form. So if you can, please go over and smash that like button. Like for it and share it. I'll be very grateful for you guys in the chat.
Damn right, Wayne as well. Just put the link in the comment section as well. To make it easier for them to access it.
I can't.
If you can't, I'll just do it. Chris, what are you saying?
I'm all chilled, all good. Decent week-ish. I'm all good. Waiting for the City game. Can't wait for it,
Yeah, it's just.
I'm all good,
Yeah, Fata, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Just been vibing for the last 2 days. I heard Tammy score a back heel last night, so I'm expecting to go come up with a slander again in the comment section. But apart from that, we're all chill. Looking forward to tomorrow's game as well.
Oh shit, yeah, Go AM's here as well. It'd be very interesting to hear what he had to say about Tammy's recent performances. But we move. Alex, what are you saying, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just like see confidence in everybody, that how confident we're going into the game. I was like, man, I wish I have same confidence as everybody, because I'm nervous when we're playing third league players in the League Cup, and I'm still nervous. But playing Manchester City, I don't know. It's always medicine for me. I that's waiting every time I watch some Chelsea with any kind of game. So otherwise,
Yeah, last and specifically not least as well. Scott, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, I'm all good, bro. Excited for the game tomorrow. I'm actually I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad it's an early kickoff because I got plans like in the early afternoon, like just after the game. So I'm actually quite glad it's an early kickoff.
You might be the only one here that's happy for that, bro.
Yeah, apart from that, I'm excited for the game. Like, it's weird where we're facing probably the best apart from us, I'd say the next best team in the league, and I'm not nervous. But I suppose it's probably because of how well we've done against them in the past. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to talk about everything that we're going to get into in the stream.
Yeah, that's the thing for me as well. It's like I'm not really nervous. Like I expect it to be a tough game, and it's not going to be a game that we can just go and easily win. But with our recent history against Manchester City, and with also their record in the start of the season as well, because they've played their best against teams that are a lot more open. Whereas with us, we have a much stronger defensive system. I feel like the teams like that, they've been struggling with the most for this season in itself. So with that in mind, looking at Manchester City's team, what do you expect from them going into this game? And what do you expect from Pep Guardiola too? Because this is the sort of guy who could pull up any sort of fuckery going into Chelsea Man City. We've seen it ourselves in the Champions League final.
Yeah, I know they have a lot of injuries, but a lot of those players they said was back in training, but they're not going to be match sharp. So if they play them, that's better for us, because I would rather play maybe somebody a little bit less talented that's had to run a game is match sharp in a big game than maybe a more talented player that's been out for a week and just come back and has not been in a match for a week to 10 days. Stones even longer. We'll see.
Who's injured going into this game, or just coming back?
Half their squad.
Let me have a little.
We know Stones, Laporte, Gundogan.
It's Rodri, Laporte,
Rodri, yeah.
Stones, Zinchenko, Fernandinho was on there for a while, but he's back.
So at the minute, this was yesterday. This was reported. You got Gundogan, Rodri, Zinchenko, Laporte, Stones. And
that's most of their defensive depth.
And Fernandinho's a doubt. Like he needs a fitness test.
And we know that their Mendy's in the post.
They're missing a right back too, I think, but I don't know what's going on with him.
No, their right backs are calm.
That's Cancelo you're talking about. Which
yeah, Walker and Cancelo are back. And the only other person that might be off, but I doubt it, is Ake, because he was on compassionate leave. But he might.
With his father. Yeah, I think his father passed away.
He'll for sure play this game, probably. We're next to Diaz.
Yeah, but Man City have enough depth anyway that they can field a strong arse 11. The biggest question mark is who can they bring off the bench in that case.
Well, again, if you start Ake, look, Diaz is going to start, so it's either Laporte, I think, or Ake that will start. I don't think Stones has been out for longer. He's had 1 or 2 training sessions. Do you throw him in the game? So it might be or he goes with a back. He goes with a back 3 in this game.
I'd say neither Stones and Laporte are another. It says on the report I'm reading, they're out for another 2 weeks. Like they're not fit. So it's either Ake or a youth player.
Well, if it's Ake, then I'm not really worried about it then, because Lukaku will just run him over.
My biggest worry, though, is the same thing we've had the last few games. It's more the creators and how many clear-cut chances are we going to make for him, because we know Lukaku can just sit there and be isolated for long periods of time because we just don't feed him the ball enough. Or we don't
Well,
feed
we
him
should have
the
our
right
number one
areas.
assist guy. So
Be what?
our number one assist player, our number one assister from last year should be fit for the game.
Who's that?
So-
Pulisic? No,
Werner.
Pulisic's
No,
out.
Werner.
Werner.
Oh,
Timo.
Pulisic.
Oh yeah, Werner. Fucking hell, I'm
He's
moving
got
hella
15
slow.
assists last season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
only two guys are out. Mount and Pulisic. Those are the only two injuries.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a big deal, isn't it? Mount. Oof.
Do-
Can't
do you
worry
guys think
about
we'll
Mount.
see more
anything
defense
yeah,
about
who's gonna cut the orange slices?
Callum.
Oh,
That's right, Callum's still there.
You just have
Yeah,
time
12
to
minutes
decide
before we had our
what you
first
want
Callum slander. Is what it
to
is.
do.
You know what?
So what?
I thought Callum didn't play.
This game because he had that calf injury towards the end of the Villa match.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he said he's
Tuchel said
fine.
he's fit, so
Timo's made that nails anyway. So
Yeah, we'll run with that at the very least.
I-
All right.
I thought it was concrete in his feet, but
do
whatever.
you think we'll play? I honestly think no. We'll play a 3-5-2 formation with 3 midfielders, 2 strike. No.
Nah,
I-
not
I-
really for
The
this game.
reason why I think we'd do that anyway is because like we don't want to be overrun the midfield. We saw at Tottenham as well. Like we got overrun and then we switched. I think if we do the same, we'll get overrun by City's midfield easily, unless we counter attack with the 3-4-3 really well. But then we have to do it really well, like with Timo or something, and Lukaku and maybe Kai Havertz. But
Yeah, but who's
I
to say we
honestly-
get overrun in the midfield? Because we played 2 in midfield before, 3 times against them, survived
But
every
we've
time.
always had. So when we've played City, it's been Mount has always been the one to drop into the midfield. Like, and we end up playing a free. We transition from a 3-5-2 in defence to a 3-4-3 in attack.
yeah,
This is
actually
how I
tend
do
to
it
agree
this
with Chris.
But
Actually, tend to agree with Chris here.
Kai's natural game. We saw that under Lampard. It's not natural for him to drop into a midfield 3 and to play as an 8. So you're then asking us to play Ziyech because it's more natural for Ziyech. But I know people will say he's not in form. So then we're back to this dilemma again.
wait, where
Look,
does Ziyech play? Like in the
I've
3
watched
or
Kai,
the 2?
and he does drop into defense. I've seen him take balls off people.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm saying it's not his natural game.
He'll just have to do it this game because
Yeah.
I think that if you kept a Werner up top, they would if they're playing a high line, you've got a potential for the ball to be played from Mendy into Lukaku, bring it down, play it in behind, and have Werner run off onto it. If Walker, who is terrible positionally, he just cannot. He doesn't understand positioning, and what's bailed him out is his pace. If he's too far forward, nobody's catching Werner in that back line. Diaz is really not that fast, and I don't think Ake can get across the covering. So
to stretch the defense up.
I actually think Werner should start. I don't care if he played 90 minutes. I don't care if he's got a niggle on his calf. He needs to start and play because I don't want to see another starting front 3 except for Werner, Lukaku, and Havertz in it.
He's in good form as well. Like last 2 games, a goal and assist. Like he's not doing too bad. Like he missed that one chance against Aston Villa. Yeah, but I think we should expect he's gonna miss one. But if he's scoring and still missing, like I don't think it's a bad thing. And if he probably creates a lot of chances as well. Like you saw in the Tottenham game when he came on. Like we created so much more chances when he came on. Like it's good. So I think he's very useful for the squad to have.
How many chances Sterling get before he scores?
About
I
5.
don't know.
Sterling, Werner,
Average 5.
game both ways.
Mane, Aubameyang, not Mane, Salah, Aubameyang, all these players are the same. They need about 1 million chances to score goals.
Yeah.
But then if you keep supplying them with
Pick up the
chances, hopefully they score.
And they'll be in the best positions for it because playing 2 up top, they'll be able to open up space for each other. Man City also like playing the high line as well. You combine both of those factors, and Werner will have plenty of opportunities in this game. But we all know what the same problem is with Werner. Can he convert them? We repeat the same thing every week.
I actually agree with Chris. I think we could see a 3-5-2, but I think it would be Havertz and Lukaku up top with Conte, Kova.
I agree. I think
George
if we see a
midfield.
3-5-2, we'll start with Havertz and then bring Werner on.
Yeah, I think Werner will play, but I think Havertz will start with Lukaku up top, and then you'll have Conte, Kova, and George in the midfield as your three midfielders.
Wait,
I
hold
think
on
that
a
might be what he does. I don't know. I never know what Tuchel's going to do, to be honest with you. But I have to think
How about you,
Scott's
Josh?
right. When we do play City, like Mount tends to make a five-man midfield when we play them. He drops very deep in those games, so I think Conte slots in there. I mean, I know it's going to be a little bit tough on the creative side, but we know Kovacic can carry the ball, Conte can carry the ball. If they can get it to Kai, we know what he can do with it. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Werner starts and it's a 3-4-3. I wouldn't be surprised. I think with the way we've been playing, we've got a game and a half now in that 3-5-2. Would it shock me at all?
By all being rest through the midweek. By all being rest. Kai Havertz was rested, and so I think it was going to be a 3-5-2. Also, like Josh said, the only difference of what I think is going to be is depending on Manchester City's defensive midfielders, who's going to play against.
Well,
Hold on, stop the presses. So we're saying Callum's not going to play in a forward line with the two injuries forwards?
I don't know.
Sadly, maybe
This
just isn't the game for Chester.
But I will
Just
be
because
a
you
little
got
bit
Kai and
biased
Timo.
on here, like I said on our channel. If we play
God,
3-5-2, I think Raul Lustacic has more chances of starting than Carvet.
Go AM, stop it.
Zion.
What is that? Go AM. Go AM. No. Oh, God, go AM.
No way these guys are still gassing bulimic Batshuayi.
Oh, no.
Who's bulimic Batshuayi meant to be?
He's talking about Tammy still.
Oh,
still.
for goodness
Tammy.
sake. No, if there's one
It's gotta be.
levels clear of anything Michy Batshuayi's ever offered.
Can I
happens
ask a
stuff like that.
question?
Go on.
One question I've got is with our defence, because are we going to still play Ashby Quay a right wing back and play normal, or are we going to drop him in the back three and play with James at right wing back?
No,
No,
Reece
I-
just went 90. I think it would be Aspie. I think it would be Christensen, Thiago, and Rudiger, which is our best back three.
I honestly could see us playing the same team that started the second half against Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we see Kante play 2 games a week though? I would want to see him playing the sort of fixture, like he's dominated Man City numerous times. But with Juventus coming up in a few days as well, I feel like it would make more sense to rest him and go for Jorginho.
Juventus, we can rest him. Like Juventus are not in good form, and Juventus at the minute are playing a 4-4-2. So we can afford to match them with 2 midfielders and go Jorginho, Kovacic.
Yeah,
Yeah, he only
If you
played
see
45
Kante,
minutes.
Yeah, Kante starts up. That's 100%.
Yeah, and the only person in their what's called Juve's midfield you have to really worry about in terms of like pressing is McKennie.
Oh, Weston McKennie, yeah.
And he's good for a couple yellow cards too.
Yeah.
If you can get him to lose, you can get him to lose his
Apart
head.
from that, Juventus hasn't got really that sort of firepower.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Juventus. Juventus is all. I mean, they just got their first win, and it was against Spezia,
and it was 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, they're a mess at a minute.
So, I think that's when Lukaku gets his first hat trick.
Yeah,
Against
hopefully.
Man City.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I would.
Nah, it's against Man United. That's safe for that.
Because I would rest Kante for Juventus. I feel like this game is much more important.
You just want Werner to start because if Kante was dropped, Werner definitely starts. That's not. If I can pull the Robin Loftus-Cheek shit, you can pull that shit either with Werner. If you want Werner,
I think
you
either
can
or.
say
Yeah, but
Werner
Werner's
is
in good.
not a player.
Redneck, can't you admit Werner's actually in decent form? Like goal and
Yes,
assist like
yes.
last game.
Don't get me wrong. I believe it's going to be Werner or Lukaku or Kai Havertz. I will prefer Werner. In the beginning, because I know in the beginning we're going to be more under press and we can stretch that back line in the beginning of the game.
Anyway.
But otherwise, I don't know.
I think this is the season where he starts to shine a bit, but like to me, obviously he has to prove it off the bench first, and then obviously like get that trust again from the manager. And like if he keeps proving himself off the bench and like has his odd game start and gets a goal or something, he will get his time. Like he will. Like it's gonna happen, I think. But like if he starts a City game, I do expect him to do something. We should as well. Like and yeah, like I want to see Timo and Lukaku together. I really do. So much.
I want
just a
Werner
warm-up.
to start, but I don't think he will.
I think it's funny how our fan base seen 3-5-2 for a game and a half, and they're like, "That's the starting formation we have to go with from now
But the
on."
thing is, it's not
It
just.
is
It's
so
I
not a
don't
game.
believe that,
This is
Jester.
brilliant.
It's not just
Yes,
a
I
game
don't
of
believe
Arsenal.
that.
Like, we've seen it before, where
Yeah.
Mount or like more often than not, Mount will drop in and make a 3-5-2, and we've seen it against Real Madrid last season in the
And Man
Champions League.
City.
Like a 3-5-2 against Real Madrid.
But
And the
again,
thing is, as well, is of the three midfielders, Kovacic can be the one that steps up and is more advanced. We've seen him do that. He did. That's how he started at
Wow.
Inter Milan, and we've seen him do that in other games for us, where he steps a bit higher. He was the one doing it against Tottenham. Of the three midfielders, he was the one getting a bit further forward.
again, I'm not speaking so much of the formation
Oh, yeah, big
as
up.
it's like a new toy for our fan base. It's like, oh, this is now the best. We see this shiny new toy. Let's go play with this one and put the old toy away. I'm just talking about the fragility of our fan base, where they think that this is the new formation. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread because it's something we haven't done or has worked. He's got.
I think we see
Again, like we said,
sometimes
when we play and go back on defense, we actually play one up top and everybody else is behind it. So,
Jesters, can I just
Yeah.
stop you for 1 minute? Sorry. Whoever's in that chat is not slacking Jesters off. Shut your hell up and get a pair of balls and stop slagging everyone. Don't do it with me, no, you do it with Jesters. Stop doing it on the stream. We don't want your sort of shit on here, all right? Enough of it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
guys,
Jester,
I can't
right,
lie.
Tim.
I told you guys, that happens. You get timed out first off, second time you're getting banned. You already know, guys. Come on. Big up Frosted Myth saying, will Guardiola play a DM? Probably. I don't think he's going to make the same mistake twice, especially with how well known that mistake
Honestly,
was.
Depends if he's able to. If neither of them are fit, then he's going to have to work out some way to, like, play Gundogan there or something. I don't know.
Gundogan, I think, is out as well.
Maybe they play
Oh,
five
yeah, shit, yeah, never
one of
mind.
their defenders drop deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if anyone out overthinks this game, it's probably going to be Pep. I mean, you got to think Tuchel is for sure in his head, and if he's going to overthink an 11, it would be him more than Tuchel for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying with 3-5-2 we're definitely going to play that. I just think it gives us, if we're going to try to sort out the attack a bit, it gives us a little bit more midfield stability. But if he could play Havertz, Werner, and Lukaku and just run the 3-4-3 and play those three up top, that's very possible as well.
Okay, let me say this. This is from Pep. Pep on Team News. Laporte, Stones, Rodri, Zinchenko, Gundogan. We still have a few injuries. Some of them came back a little bit in training, and tomorrow we will decide if they are ready to play or not.
With that, I mean, if he wants to throw on guys who just came back yesterday, that's fine with me too. I don't think that does them any service to just throw them into a huge game. But whatever, if he thinks they're fit enough to play.
Well, just so we can put that speculation to rest on if they're going to be fit or not. We don't know is the answer.
Yeah.
At this point, but again, if it's their first game back and they've had one training session, like I said, I'd rather play somebody that's been in the squad because it's going to be hard to get up to speed and the intensity in this game because it's going to be like a knockout stage match. We're gonna be going at each other. So to sit here and say, "Oh, it's okay," we're gonna throw somebody on that hasn't had any game time in the last week, and expect them to be ready to go. I just again, if Pep does it, fair play, do it, because we'll just run right all over those players because they're not going to be up to full speed.
Yeah, well, Tuchel said it too. Every time we play City, it's a 50-50 game. I think this one will be just the same. It's going to be whoever scores first, the other team's going to get very defensive, and then it's just going to be a matter of trying to break the other team down. But I think it's absolutely going to be a 50-50 battle. I wouldn't expect either team to really pound the other team.
Big up
So it would be
JJ
nice.
saying, hey guys, do you think Tuchel should have told the media that Mount is injured so Guardiola can plan against it? I don't think it would have made too much difference with Guardiola's plans regardless of whether Mount was in the lineup or not, because he said Kai Havertz could drop deep whether necessary anyway. So I don't think it means too much. But as always, big up yourself because you're now in with a chance of winning this beautiful home kit as well. Not this one. This one's dirty, but we got another one. Like, we've got plenty of these home kits. That's why there's going to be plenty more giveaways in the next few weeks as well. This one's getting done up either 12th of October. I'll probably do the lottery a little bit earlier as well. But you guys already know. You guys want to get involved. Any donation, any amount, you guys are in the lottery. Big up Go AM as well, saying is non-felony Mendy in the lineup.
Allegedly.
Tuchel said he's fit. Tuchel said he's
Yeah,
fit.
alleged non-felony. He is in the lineup. Tuchel said he's going to be back for this game. Regardless, to be honest, like the form Kepa's in, I'm actually not worried about him for the first time in years. I do know it's easier said than done because he does have to deal with a long shot sooner rather than later. But with the way he's been playing and with how strong our defensive system is, he doesn't really have that much to deal with. So you don't have to worry too much. But yeah, Edouard Mendy is in the lineup. Kevin Fraser also says, Champions of Europe. We know what we are. Big up yourself, Kevin Fraser, my G, as always. Right, we'll go into the predicted 11 for this game. Let me just activate the share screen quickly.
Andrew Murphy's just done another one, but you should read.
Stuttered a little bit.
I said next giveaway use Manscaped products, and they need to send me a few more first, but we move. Where's this?
Hey, Wasteman, you're about this close to being banned from the channel, so you might want to shut your lip.
I'm on a different screen. What's happening now?
No, he's been going at me for the last 5 minutes, so.
Sorry, just didn't see that one.
First warning. There you go. All right, cool. Back to anyway, Jesters, you're a mod. You can kick a new one. You already know you got that. Right, so Edouard Mendy's definitely going to start, so he's there in the lineup already.
I think Tepper should be rewarded.
Oh,
he was. He got a game.
Let's not drink the Kool-Aid this early, guys. Let's not drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, let's not get too far into this.
No, Tepper should start.
Right, we'll go right wing back.
I'll go Reece James, man.
Latimer's got my back, so I ain't gonna worry.
Yeah, Reece James is a right wing back because Reece James hasn't played full 90, so.
So it's gonna be Aspie at right wing back.
I think Aspie.
It's Cesar Azpilicueta.
Yeah, I'm thinking Aspie as well for this one.
Yeah.
Well,
so are we putting Christensen on Sterling then as a man mark, because we know he's enjoyed having Reece James against City.
Yeah, Reece James has had a very good record against Sterling. To be fair, why have I moved him quickly?
I agree. He probably will start Aspie, but
I still think Silva, Rudiger, Christensen's our strongest back three, though.
No question.
I agree with that, and I don't see any reason to change it at this point.
Are you genuinely think Aspie going to go right wing back against Man City?
He's been playing better going forward than any of our other wing backs except for Alonso.
He played wing back in the Champions League.
Wait. Reece James has not done too bad. I think he's got like 2 assists, 1 goal, and so far in the.
Yeah, but that was in 2 games. Aspie is the last few games.
He got assist for Timo Werner to cross the head and one to Lukaku, and then he got a goal. He hasn't done too bad attacking wise.
And it was his corner for having.
Reece James as a right wing back, and then Aspie in the right centre back. They could put Cressy in.
Hey, you're not worried that he just played 90.
Who? Reece James?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so does some of these players over here.
So does Timo Werner then?
No, nobody there has played on Wednesday.
None of these guys played.
I thought AC played. Never mind.
No.
I don't know, man. It doesn't really worry me that he played. I do think Aspie will start. I just, for whatever reason, he seems to be playing right wing back right now. But it does worry me a bit with Sterling's pace. Christensen's going to have to be on his game big time.
Christensen's one of our fastest center backs.
I agree.
Yeah, he's
mentally going to have to be locked in.
Yeah, I've been seeing problems in the
season. You can blame the panel for that.
And if Alonso's playing on the left-hand side, if we're going to say Alonso's playing, he's going to play Aspie on the right to balance it out. because you know Alonso's going to get further forward, so you're gonna slightly rotate that to allow Rudiger to compensate for Alonso not getting back.
Yeah,
so you're going to slide it just a little bit to the left.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, so with that in mind, this one just speaks for itself. Marcos Alonso goes back into the starting lineup for this one. Midfield, I think we already... Did we say Jorginho and Kovacic, or are we going to go 3 in midfield? Because to be honest, here is where it all gets a bit more complicated, because it all depends on...
I think it's going to be 3.
For me, I'd go
I think
3.
Jorginho's an 100% starter. It's just the rest of them.
Yeah, there we go.
I think it's going to be 3.
The rest is all depending on what your preference is.
Yeah, Kante. I'll put Kante in that midfield as well.
I think it's Kante, Jorginho, and Pava.
I think Kante has to start just due to the fact we're facing City.
Yeah.
Well, then Jorginho's right there. Kante plays on the right.
I think the Queen is white.
As always.
But the thing is, I think you can't drop Kovacic because of how good he's been.
Yeah, that is a fair point, to be honest. On Kovacic's recent form, do you drop him?
And
I'm not too sure.
With Kante being injured so much lately, do you risk him playing another 90 straight off the bat, or do you bring in Kovacic, play a front 3 of Werner, Lukaku, and Havertz, and then you can switch it up having Kante on the bench like we did against Tottenham. If it's not,
you can bring Kante on at half time if necessary.
Are we doing which foundation starting 11? Or are we doing what think Tuchel is going to do?
We don't have, but see, that's a false narrative. Nobody can pick what Tuchel does. He's just nobody.
I'm going to try and guess what he does. I think it's going to.
You can guess what he's going to do, but you would. I mean, 6 one way, half a dozen another.
Thinking about it, I think it will go 3 in the midfield because you look at their team. They're going to be that midfield. They're going to rotate a lot. So he brings the right and left backs into the midfield as well. So I think he will go 3 in the midfield.
We're going to play false 9, so we're going to be a lot of people in midfield anyway. So
are we going to change formation, or do we think
and then Havertz will drop into the midfield?
Yeah, I tend to agree. Because I think Pep will play De Bruyne and Foden in the midfield, and I think we need to have Kante and Kovacic at least in there to sort of be on those 2 guys. I think it'll be 3 in the midfield with Havertz and Lukaku.
Again, there's 2 ways to play defense: 1 to sit back, or 2 to pin them back so they can't play. If you're saying a midfield's going to be Fernandinho, Foden, and De Bruyne, there's only 1 defensive player in that midfield. So do you want De Bruyne and Foden to play defense? Then you play an offensive lineup that makes them actually play both sides of the pitch and not just focus on one side. So that's the conundrum.
Wait, hold on a second. Who's gonna press them at the defense? Is it gonna be Kai Havertz and Ziyech, or you think it's gonna be more chances that we have 3 in the midfield that can pin them up in the upper section of the midfield?
Yeah, but Werner and Havertz press very well. They're very underrated at pressing.
No, I know Kai can press. I don't know about Havertz.
Well, like I said, Werner's quick enough. You see him. He puts in the same amount of effort that Mount gets credit for when he's off the ball, in my opinion. So for me, look, whatever we say, we're going to get 2 to 3 of them wrong. Because that's just how Tuchel plays. You're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So I don't ever worry about that. I go on the notion that I know at least 2 or 3 of them that I picked are going to be wrong.
So are we going to go for Kovacic then, or are we going to go for the pair of them?
Let's vote.
What's
for me, I'm always thinking it's going to be Kante.
I think both.
It's going to be all 3 for me, but like obviously if it's going to be 2, I think it's going to be Jovic. Like it's going to be them 2.
I'll put Kante in there alongside Jorginho, then you put Kovacic ahead.
You could see that. But
does
if
the
we're going
trainer
to
say?
do,
Alright, cool.
What does the
People
trainer
all
say?
we're fine. I just thought it'd be a bit surprising if we see Kovacic miss 2 games after the form that he's been on. But if he plays Juventus, it ain't that deep.
Kovacic got played. He's probably our best midfielder in form-wise, though. No, he is. There's no probably about actually.
Conte's a
realised
better.
No,
Yeah, but
I
Kante
agree. He's a
Kovacic
better.
does not work together.
Yeah, no, Jorginho ain't getting dropped regardless.
Kovacic
Like, he's the
and
constant.
Jorginho doesn't get dropped because Kovacic cannot play with Kante without Jorginho. We saw that in the first half of the Aston Villa game.
It's called Novacic.
Well, that's because I don't think, and I think everybody would have struggled with Sol that game because Sol was he was a ghost.
Yeah, he was having his own individual.
Wait, why don't we just play Sayu?
Well, I think he'll be. I think you might see him if we stick with a 3 forward line. I think you might see Saul be used as a possible sub to a forward.
Or like potentially play him as a left.
Bro, RLC is coming on before
RLC
Sayu
if it's
on.
before Saul comes.
He ain't playing. He ain't playing that game.
Yeah,
he might come off
RLC
the
just played 90. You're not bringing him on.
But he might come off the bench.
But again,
if we're winning comfortable, maybe.
If you're asking for a forward-thinking central midfielder that would come on in the left, if you played 1 at top and 2 10s behind, you could bring Saul on toward the end of the game. That would give you a little bit more defense and gives you another left foot off that left side. Just saying it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Well, like, you know that Loftus-Cheek's best position is actually play off the forward.
Yes,
Right?
I understand that, but
We
he
say
just
that, but
played
he was
90.
really good against Villa playing as the deepest midfielder.
I don't get why people don't understand. He just played 90, and you're not
he's
going to throw him in
25 years
another
old.
game to play 45 to 90 again.
And he's 25 years old. He's not.
Well, he's also had a lot of injuries, so it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Cam, I think, speaks for itself. That's going to be Kai Havertz. Unless anyone thinks there's any disagreements on that one.
Nope.
I don't think it'll be Ziyech. And then the front two, easy to say, Lukaku and Werner. And
Lukaku goes on the other side.
Not a chance.
Yeah, one bad, pick the wrong one.
Timo plays.
Yeah. Who are we going to put in there? Ziyech.
I don't.
No, I don't
Wait,
want to see
wait.
him back on the field. He can help with the
no
orange
chance.
slices.
We need pace.
Yeah,
That's
to
right,
be
pace
honest,
is
very strong lineup.
This is what I wish.
City
This is
out on
what
the
I wish
counter-attack,
lineup is
nice.
going to be, but this is not going to be lineup.
No,
Really,
I'm
what
pretty sure.
difference is
Like I
this
said,
going to
we
be?
always get 2 to 3 of them wrong. So I'm with you, Redneck, but it's probably not going to be the lineup, but that's the lineup I would play.
Yeah.
Who do you
I
think
still
we're
would play
going to
for
get
midfield.
wrong then? Because the only one
Yeah,
I
I
think
think it's
we might
fine.
get wrong is the middle of the park. I think
Yeah,
Kovacic
I think
might
you
start.
could see 3 midfielders. I think it's possible, highly possible you could, because you never know what Tuchel's got cooked up, and then it'd be Havertz and Lukaku up top most likely.
He
Because
rested Kovacic for a reason. He played Kante 30 minutes only for a reason. He rested Jorginho for a reason. He didn't rest him for the midweek game, Championship League game. Tuchel sees the game. The next one is the most important one. He's not gonna worry about the injury that Kante might have before the Wednesday game. He's just gonna start Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho. That's just my thought.
it's very, like I said, it's very possible he does. So it's just one of those things that you can never predict. That's what makes him such a good manager, because then see Pep's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
is he gonna go with a middle 3, or is he going to play 3 forwards up top? What is he going to do? And then Pep's going to come out with some madness. I think
He
was
won't
talking
overthink it
about-
like he always does.
I'll put Grealish in DM or
On the
something.
previous channel, I don't know. I was just talking about it. People like I never wanted Pep as the Chelsea coach. I never wanted him because he, for me, is such a single-minded coach that he doesn't change the tactics. He only gets one way. He doesn't. His subs are actually natural changing subs. He doesn't do nothing. He just changed the players, nothing else.
Wait, you saying Thomas Tuchel don't have different tactics?
I was going to
Do
say,
I?
I'm not going to lie. Most managers are like that.
Yeah, you know, Thomas Tuchel.
Klopp's the same way. Conte's the same way.
Pep.
Like, most managers have the way they like to play.
Pep has his own style of play.
Yeah.
But Tuchel still has like many formations he's tried out in his like past and stuff like he has done. But like I agree, like the style of play, like yeah, he wants to be compact at the back and hard to break and beat. But like that's still a good thing though. Like
Tuchel is more
just
defensive coach as Pep Guardiola. You gotta think of that before you start your lineups. He will always be
Tuchel has core concepts he sticks to, and then he builds his team out from those core concepts. And the core concepts is be tight at the back, be defensively sound, and give your offensive platform with a strong defense. Doesn't mean you can't do it with different formations and different ways to match up with the team you're playing.
Yeah, if you people remember, he prefers 4 in the back as a coach himself. He prefers 4 in the back. He had to adapt and change to 3. So that Pep will never do that.
Yep, Pep's 4 at the back. Well, I've seen him do 3, but it's one off here.
It's a different 3 than what he does. It's a different 3 than what Pep what we do.
It's very attacker free, yeah.
Yes, attacker free. It's still same. Wide midfielders dribble into and squeeze everybody in the box.
I mean, he changed how he wanted to play, or not how he wanted to play, but the formation last year or the year before. I think it was last year. He changed from a 4-3-3 to a 4-2-3-1 with 2 DMs. Because of how poor they were defensively. Just in general at the start of the season, even last year or the year before, he changed how they were in terms of the formation because of how poor they were defensively the year before, and then eventually reverted back to the 4-3-3. But he started playing a 4-2-3-1 with Fernandinho and Rodri.
Yeah, because their defense was absolutely horrible, and it still is horrible. Diaz got cover from having 2 playing in front of him. Diaz is not that good.
Well, we've seen what Havertz can do to Diaz.
When I say it, I'm deluded apparently, but we moved.
Why are you deluded?
Again, it's the new toy. It was the new toy last year. Everybody wants to talk about the new toy, and it's just not.
PR is a wonderful thing in this game, and even if you are good, it can propel you up to be much better. But again, we moved. It is what it is.
Can you put the Go AM comment up, please, sir? It's a question from me.
So I am saying Jesters. Oh, for goodness sake. Jesters, do you think it's been fair that Cho hasn't been played in his preferred position? I've been here. I've done that.
What do you mean he's playing in his preferred position? On the bench, slicing orange wedges. He's playing in his preferred position. That's what he's getting 120 bags a week for. Chef.
Remember my 2-hand analogies yesterday?
Fuck's
he's living a dream.
As soon as we talk about Cho, big up yourself. Hey, if you want to come on, Shades, I'll drop you the link, but let me know what you're saying.
Go AM, always giving me those saucy assists.
Yep, stat padded another assist. You do hate to see it, but we move.
Go AM, you out your the basement yet with Johnny? You been let out yet?
Yeah, where is Johnny?
Tuchel's actually been sending for his doubters as well. Stephanie just sent me one of the quotes from his press conference. I'm just looking at some of the stuff that he said.
Yeah, put it up though. What did he say actually?
And sending for the people who didn't trust him at the start. He was saying there's a lot of voices that he said he didn't know how to beat Pep, and then he's gone and won 3 on the bounce.
Oh,
now, I wonder who's that's directing at.
Man, you know, he really wants to rub it in. He's just trying not to give, City too much bulletin board material. But he'd love to rub that in.
It's just humble bragging. It's cool.
Yeah.
But when you got it like that and you're the champions of Europe, you can do that.
Media.
Everything will go in this bit
now. What's he saying now?
Yeah, Johnny is crying into his beer.
Johnny just pistol whipped me after he learned that Mount is out. Thanks for checking in, Wayne. Johnny's meant to be coming on in about 10-50 minutes or something.
Oh, good.
I did throw him the link.
Yeah, go on, Shades. What's Shades trying to do here with justice?
But he's saying Pulisic still ain't beat the purple patch allegations. I'm waiting for Pulisic to get back to fitness, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Still
and
got
this is
plenty of
probably
old
like
faces, though.
the most unfair injury he's had too. It comes off of just a terrible tackle in an international game. It's not like a muscle injury or something where he's like just one of
Yeah,
his normal.
I don't hold this one to the fucking
When
he's
it's feel
injured
it's just
prone and
unfair.
everything.
But when
Honduras
it's
were kicking
Cho,
lumps
it's
out
fair.
of him. It is what it is.
Yeah, there's not too many players that would not be injured after that tackle. Would have been a yellow card in a Premier
Who's actually
League.
watching
Wasn't
the
he?
game?
Huh?
Unless it's Anthony Taylor, then he would have ignored
Who's
it.
actually watching the game?
What game? That game?
The Pulisic was hurt.
I
Did
was.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Mhm. I watch all the U.S. men's national team games.
Oh,
Got to
Yeah, I
support
won't
my,
even
I got to
pretend
support
I
my
watched
country.
it, but I saw the highlights.
I'm supporting my country, but not watching the men in the national team.
Yeah, no, I watch them. Yeah, it just.
I just
It
think
was
the
a-
level is so bad, and like especially in United States, MLS is like, oh my god, it's horrible. I can't watch it, man. I just can't.
No, I don't watch really. I don't unless there's nothing else on.
I
I'll watch
still
MLS.
watch.
There's a few teams in MLS that are actually play really nice ball, but it's not so widespread. And I really watch for the individuals like Daryl DK when he plays. I like to watch him. Pepe right up the
Might be
road.
coming to the Premier League as well.
Yeah, Daryl DK might be going to Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pepe, they said that he's going to be going somewhere in Europe. 18-year-old striker.
A bunch of Serie A clubs want him.
I
Yep.
think the best thing that happened to MLS is coaches from England get the first years of as a coach, and they can see what MLS players can come to Europe. That's the best way to actually make America's soccer better. Not bringing big nose Zlatan when he's 35 or Beckham. This shit never works. Like, who's gonna go watch washed up Beckham? I know that.
Ain't there new rules based on that though?
They have
From
designated
supporting
players.
older players.
They have designated players you can bring over. Look, it's about money. It's about bringing interest. These are known names. So if you
Mhm.
have them on your squad, you fill up your stadium. It's
Exactly.
basic business.
And
And they've stopped doing that as much, by the
As a
way.
Galaxy player, I remember when Zlatan came and he was making about 350K a week. And there's the same as a player, starting player for Galaxy. He had to have a second fucking job to work and still play with it. And that big noses on the interviews saying like, oh, what he did when he's in prime and what I did when I was in prime in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, he even like, can't stand Zlatan, man. Such a player.
That's all right. It's about done.
That's what Zlatan does. He tries to get people mad as well, and he's arrogant. That's what he is. And I do respect it though.
I don't. Shit.
Because,
he
like,
Look
you know what?
somebody that smells
He
his own
can.
fart.
Did you see him saying?
Yes,
Did you
scammers are back.
hear him saying he? Did you hear him saying that he's bigger
I
than
used
Chelsea
to
Club?
take those at school.
And it's
my
nobody that's on the channel. If you're
Did
going to
you-
spam,
did-
at least make up names of people on the channel.
God,
Did
flawless. I
you
used to
hear
know that.
Zlatan
I
say
don't
that
know
he's
who
bigger
this
than
guy
Chelsea
pissed off,
Club?
but it's always his. It's always
Yeah,
his.
I just Slatin is Slatin. Like I said, he's one of those guys who farts and whiffs it up to his nose and thinks it smells good. That's Slatin.
Like he was saying that
probably
he
will
was
say
saying
that,
that he's like Chelsea. No,
In a
I
bit,
know.
Josh. Big up, man.
All right,
Take
guys.
care, Josh.
Enjoy the game, everybody.
Big up, Josh.
Always can count on Josh.
12
definitely.
dislikes, man. You know what that was
It's the
for? That was
spammers.
for the show slander. I
Yeah,
knew
it was.
The
No,
spammers
I
would have
bet
done
it
as
was
well. I
me.
reckon.
I bet it's because of me.
No, it was show slander. I do that. Sorry,
Hey,
my fault.
likes or dislikes, you still just push us further into recommended. So it's all love. It's calm. Regardless, we keep winning. So I don't give a fuck.
Oh my.
Take laid back and laid back
Any
attitude.
news? Any transfer news about? Nothing.
Transfer.
Yeah,
news.
Werner,
Yeah,
about
mine.
Werner leaving again.
Timo Werner gets a 50K contract.
But I don't think we're going to pay 130 million for a center back.
Is that what they
I wish
want?
Xavi would quit talking so much. Dude just doesn't ever. He's never quiet. He just yammering on nonstop.
Yeah. I know you're thinking.
Hey, what are you talking about?
You haven't said nothing, man. I'm going to the other end.
No, but Ziyech.
Oh, I'm trying to like work and do this at the same time.
Just thundering Ziyech.
I didn't say anything about Ziyech. Why would I talk about a player that's not going to play?
God knows.
Where were you? I came back with Zlatan.
What just happened?
So what happened? Because I came back with Zlatan, and you guys saying he likes to smell at the same
Zlatan
time.
is shit. Nothing.
He does.
He's not shit, but
He's a big nose. Okay, my bad.
he has a big nose. Yeah.
You shouldn't start Cheeks against Cheeks. Wow, shouldn't have said that. RLC against City. No, I think he should come on.
I don't think he'll sniff a minute.
Hey,
Not unless we have major injuries in the midfield. That happens during the game.
Remember when he did that turn against City in the Carling Cup final?
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
It doesn't matter.
And then it got
He took
called
it,
off a bullshit offside, and we could have won the cup. But then
Remember that Robin Loftus-Cheek has exactly the same injury as Joe.
Yeah, but his was
his was a full tear. His was a full Achilles tear, and Hudson-Odoi's was only partial. That's why he's got back to speed a lot quicker than Ruben took.
No, I'm saying like, and it's Ruben is playing better than Joe.
Yeah, but
I
Ruben
mean,
was a better,
Ruben's also been
more
playing
talented,
in the
better
center.
player than Cho before.
If you put Ruben at right wing back, he still wouldn't really look all that either.
You put Cho anywhere on the field, he doesn't look like that. And Ruben just played a six.
We don't even see him at left arm lever. I can't be bothered for it.
Wait, Ruben played a six. I thought he played more.
If you get a chance, you have to take your chance. Regardless what position it is, if you're playing for a team and you're getting a chance, you have to prove yourself to the manager. If he's not proven himself, he's not going to keep giving him chances. Same with Ziyech, though. I think Ziyech shouldn't get any more chances. He's been too bad.
Yeah, Ziyech has been
I'll
horrendous.
tell you what, man. You need.
We
I know who the brains of the operation is now, Lewis.
Hey, I've told everyone I've been top tier. Like, I don't even know why that's a surprise to people. But I will say as well, Cho's performance against Aston Villa in the Cup wasn't really the best, and they didn't really help all the prop and everything like that. But we moved.
And even when he has played at left wing, he still hasn't impressed. So.
Yeah.
When has he played left wing though?
Oh, look who's in the chat.
All right.
Let's have it. Let's have it, son.
I feel like this is the first time Mount has gotten injured.
Johnny,
he's played so many damn games.
Johnny, you know Mount's out of the game, bro.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Come on, Johnny, bring it.
Bro, you know Mason Mount.
Javi, I'm not even shitting you. I had a little look to like see how many games he played. He's played, so last season he played 2 games more than the next person who'd like, so he played 56 games, or I think he was, hang on, let me have a little look. I did check this. Yeah, sorry, he played 54 games. The next player played 52 games, so he's most appearances, and he's played like over 300 minutes more than the next player.
That's absurd.
And then he played like so many minutes in the Euros.
Oh, go AM.
Oh,
yeah, Johnny, bro,
Yes.
you need to watch
Yes, he
Tuchel's
is.
press conference. He's out.
Thankfully.
We ain't even shitting you, bro. Like, he ain't playing.
I'm just trying to...
Now, Mason Mount just got shipped off to a different country.
Man, come on.
You know I'm taking the piss. I never
heard
want
from-
any of our players injured. I know it just pisses
Nah,
off.
but you know how people will spin that as well.
I don't care.
I just heard it from over here. There was a multiple beers just popped at Johnny's place.
Ah.
I can hear it all the way over here. It's like
Once. Right, Johnny, yeah, I've thrown you the link, bro, so if you're finished with work, hop on my G. We'll talk
Talking about
it then.
Mason Mount.
Go ahead, you're a
How long
legend,
is
bro.
Mason Mount out for, though? I don't even know.
No idea. He literally just said that he's out. I don't
No, he
think.
said if the game was on Sunday, that Mount would probably be able to play.
So not long then.
Wait, where's this Statman Baines does now? Flipping hell.
He's gonna come back and
Oh,
play.
there we
What is
go.
he gonna do,
Johnny.
body?
Johnny.
Yep.
Oh, all these fucking spammers, bro. Thank God for slow mode.
Oh, Johnny. He's got to
One
stop
of these
making
days we'll figure out who's
excuses.
behind
Let's have
all
it,
of these
son. Let's
fucking
have it.
things.
Man will come back a new player.
Oh, you will, to be fair, because he'll have
He
some
will,
reps.
yeah, he will.
No. Remember, it takes him 3 to 4 games to get up to speed after he's been when he's been rested.
Ah. Oh shit, yeah. Well, that's what Johnny said at least. So
He's the expert on Mount, so I'm just taking his word for it.
yeah,
Who we
it's
got?
a bit of a sticky one. So maybe we can't. Now Juve might be a good game to bring him back into the team for. Maybe.
Yeah, Juve is nothing.
No, Southampton at home.
We got an easy team after Man
Oh yeah,
City.
no. Mount loves the game against Southampton too. Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
get him
yeah,
some under
okay.
23 games in the tweener. So he gets his
Oh,
3 to
that-
4 games in. Maybe we can get him in the under 23, so he gets his 3 to 4 games in.
Just
Oh,
as
for fuck's
I don't
sake.
know if he's on that level yet. I don't know if he's that level yet. I don't know if he's good enough.
You man are just shit stirring, bro. I can't be arsed.
Oh no, where are you at?
Oh yeah, because
Never.
I'm about to leave in about
Never.
12 minutes, and I'll leave you with the mess. You're like, stir it up, there you go. It's like when you babysit somebody's kid and you feed a lot of sugar and caffeine, and then you send him home. It's like, there you go.
He's
I
like,
think
"Yeah,
it's
that's
fine."
now that's on you. They just like me because I gave him the sweets. Now you got to deal with the hyper kids. It is what it is.
Tommy deserves a medal.
And then you'll be walking down the path, skipping, saying, "Yeah, I'm having a good time. Don't worry about me." And all you can hear is screaming in the background.
I'm about to have a grandkid, so I'll be able to do that when he gets a little older. Just give him a lot of caffeine. He's ready to go home.
Oh, what a tune! What a tune! Was there any other news? Rudiger talking about his contract talks. We spoke about Rudiger's contract yesterday.
Oh, did
Said
you?
the
I have a
most
feeling he ain't gonna
important
get
decision
the
of my
peas he
professional
wants.
career. Yeah, he wants 250k a week. I ain't surprised. That's a
Does
bit
he
much.
deserve like 300k a week though?
No.
I say
A
he's worth like
striker
200, 250 max.
I'll give him
He's
that.
only on
striker money.
How is
140.
AC only getting 140 then? That's not
He
fair.
got a 60k raise.
AC's on. I thought AC's like less than 100.
No, he was on 80.
He got offered
He got
140
60k rate at
for his new one.
140.
Oh, okay. Oh no, yeah, he
So-
recently did that. Yeah.
So give Rudiger a 60k raise, just like you gave AC, and call it good. You're not going to pay striker money to a center back. I don't see.
Apparently,
the club doing
Rudiger
that.
was fuming that we were going to give Kunde 6 million a year. Allegedly, I'm not sure what the article was, but I saw an absolute Chelsea as well. I'm going to try and see
6
if I
million
can
a year
find
is not that much.
Just pay him, right?
He's worth
That's
it.
almost what Rudiger's
But-
at.
Offer him
He's worth no more than 250 though. He's worth no more than 250.
He's not worth
No
250.
more. I think.
Played good
I
one
think.
year for Chelsea. People.
I think 200k is fair.
Yeah.
Back scratcher.
Yeah, 200k for a centre back's mad actually.
That's the best advantage shit.
Right, and this guy wants 250, and people are saying just pay him. Like,
Yeah.
no. Like,
Oh, I know.
no.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad.
At the very
Lewis.
least, he's playing like one of our top centre backs right now. But you gotta keep that form up for 4 years.
Lewis, pop me in the surface.
Like I
comment
said
up.
before, if we get rid of him, who are we replacing him with?
Moss Winter Surfer said, Mount's injured. That explains the news I saw about a crazy man losing his shit at Tesco's car park, saying I've been betrayed by the I can't be bothered.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
You absolute legend.
That's a violation.
Winner
Oh
Surfer.
my god.
Absolute legend.
Oh, I swear down, every stream is just Johnny in directs. It is literally every stream. I've deep.
In all fairness, Johnny just found out just
He
now
does
as
blame it
well.
on himself. though.
Basically,
I know.
basically, Johnny found out now actually from us.
Yes.
No, he's probably at
You-
work or something. That's why he didn't hop on now.
Yeah, I heard his street corner's pretty busy this time of day.
No, I feel like you have notifications for Mount News. Come on.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm just gonna have my drink.
He's passing out newspapers. What are you guys thinking?
Who's passing out
That's
newspapers?
This is exactly what we thought first.
I'm just enjoying my drink.
Lewis ain't a part of this.
Yeah,
I can't believe everybody to go off camera
I'm
on
just
that
a
one.
host. I'm just a humble, innocent host trying to promote my new lottery for the new Chelsea home kit. If you guys
Oh,
want to
Gary,
involve
Gary
information
just
in the
made me
comments
chuckle
section.
again. What? Jesus.
Fucking hell, man. I can't be bothered. Yes, Johnny, what are you saying? I have to admit that Mount's been having very poor games. No, this ain't Johnny. This ain't Johnny.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, that's
No, it
pretty
isn't.
ridiculous.
No, it isn't.
Nah, I'm not.
I don't think he could even get that word out his mouth. Like it would be like,
Fuck out of here, man. No
Oh.
way.
Fake
Yeah, you
Johnny
gotta respect
Isbos. Yes, go
I told you guys that mine is suffering from severe dehydration from the loss of minerals.
Just get some water.
I put 2 and 2 together. Street corner, loss of minerals, severe dehydration. I don't know where you arrive. You know, do the math.
No, where was this?
And you could hear a pin drop.
No, I was still trying to find the Rudiger stuff, and then he just went off on a tangent. Random shit on Emerson about his departure, but I don't think it's that important. Yeah, that was it. Build said Rudiger was angry as the Blues offered Jules Koundé a contract offer of €6 million in the summer. And
That's only
wait,
like,
how much does €6 million even equate to?
I have no idea.
like 5.7. It's probably the same money that Rudiger was on. Why would you be mad? You're up for a new contract.
Yeah, that's the real Johnny. There he is.
It's the same name, though.
Come on in, Johnny. The
No, but you could just tell, like, well, for stars, he's not saying he thinks Mount is average.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's never gonna say that.
The exact same name.
Yeah, but you can make a name, but it's
Yeah,
not
you can
same,
make a bunch of. You could just make a new. I could take like that Pulisic Avi and just say Jester's Vengeance, then I'd just be the same. I'd just be the same name, and no one would be able to tell the difference.
I thought you couldn't have the same names. I thought it would.
No, you can't have the same at.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Gmail
okay.
accounts. But you can change the name and the photo as you please.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same dude then. Because Johnny said he'd be back in a little bit.
Question: did they figure out where's the Club World Cup was going to be?
They still haven't said.
They still haven't decided on that.
Oh, please go Qatar. I want to go Qatar.
What do you mean Qatar? No chance.
Please go America.
Not going Qatar, bro.
Are y'all coming over here if it's coming to America?
Yeah,
no, Johnny, no.
So I don't know if it's real Johnny or fake Johnny.
Oh, that's Johnny.
Because saying it's me, the other person can say it's me too.
If that was Johnny, he could have been mod by now.
So I think we just need to block. I just think we need to block him.
I can't tell.
It is real Johnny because he's mod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say,
I
yeah, go
can't
look
see
at
that on
the.
StreamYard. I can't see that on StreamYard.
Yeah, I can't see either. Unless you go on the.
Yeah, it doesn't really show on here.
See,
Yeah,
the
they show on
angel
StreamYard for
speaks,
some reason.
and we all listen.
Oh no.
There we go. Yeah. Other than that, I don't think there's much. To be honest, the only other thing I think we could do is we could do a combined 11. That's the only other thing I think we've got for this. Yeah, that's the only other thing I think we've got.
So you just put the Chelsea squad in there because we're champions of Europe.
You tell that to
They're Premier League. They're Premier League champions, though.
It's not all Chelsea players.
Champions of Europe.
No.
It's better.
Yeah, but like
it's better than Premier League because
it's better than Premier League, but they was more. I will say about Man City, they were more consistent the whole year. We weren't.
Europe is bigger than just England, and actually,
it's harder to win Europe.
Johnny knew I was Lampard out towards the end of his reign. I was just respectful about it. So I love him.
No, that's what. Yeah. That's what I was like on the fence, like with it, like at the end as well. Like it's just. But when he got sacked, I knew, like, yeah.
I'll be real. I'll be real. Off the top of my head, they get at least 4 players in.
Yeah. Before you do that, before you start on that, I got to bounce. So, lady and gentlemen,
take care.
Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you sometime on Saturday, maybe. I got a review after the game with Sadiq, but I don't know what you got going on, Lewis.
We'll just do a next day stream as always, so I'll just shout you on Sunday.
Do you still need a link? Do you still need somehow to watch the game?
Oh no, I'm on the Don Robbie show for it. Well,
Okay, so okay, I
that's
didn't know because you
unfortunate.
didn't know before earlier this week.
Oh no! That was the 3 p.m. kickoff. So like Southampton might be a little bit sticky in that.
Okay,
But-
well let me know. I think I can share the video on StreamYard.
Any
Get
City
me to
fans
watch
watching
on
it with you,
StreamYard.
Lewis?
Alright, defo, bro. I'll let you know. You take
All
care,
right.
though, my guy.
Take
Bless.
care,
Have a
just
good
look
one.
after yourself.
See you, Justin.
Hey, Lewis, is there any City fans watching with you, or?
Not that I know of. Like, I've got a mate, but he's got a boxing fight later, so I don't think he's watching this stream right now. And I'm preparing for that.
Is Jan, what about Jan?
Yeah, I could have asked
I actually didn't shout Jan, but
I think
yeah, probably a
Jan
bit
gets
late
work
now,
today.
isn't it? But we move. I don't really know a lot of City fans though, like. But no, I don't
Nah,
think
City
anyone
fans
there's
are.
not
I
many of
know a
them.
couple on Twitter, but it's very rare to see them.
Well, apart from Jan and Boovy, who else? Big Steve.
Oh yeah, Boovy, but Boovy's always busy. Like I told him we'll just link up for a video after the game or something like that. And we'll leave it at that. But yeah, we'll go on, Alex.
That,
go on.
I have a city friend. He went to university over here. He works for Pixar now, does movies and stuff as a computer something. He was a City fan before City was relevant, like his old City fan. So when the City became big, he started to be more cocky. Back then we used to drink, so we went in backyard wrestling. I don't know if you know what that is. It's when you go in the backyard and just wrestle in the mud.
Wait, in the mud?
Well, it was raining then. It was like
fair enough.
I put him in submission, and he said it doesn't count. It doesn't count. I was like, "What do you mean it doesn't count?" He's like, "This is not a wrestling thing. Like you can't put submission in the wrestling." I was like, "Dude, we're in the backyard. What are you talking about?" And
You don't know about jiu-jitsu, that's why.
So we're still talking. He moved to Canada, works over there, but he's a huge and he actually really, really good City fan. He's not cocky and everything. He knows what's up, but good fellow. That's the only one Man City fan that I know, actually.
Yeah, I only know like one, maybe two City fans personally, and that's about it. I see you guys. You pulled
Personally, I know none.
You guys have pulled a few names out. We can actually do link ups with them for the next City Chelsea game. It'll be a bit too late for now, but we'll sort out something for the next one. But yeah, we'll do this combined 11, and then we'll probably just wrap up the stream because I don't think there's a lot of discussion topics for this one. What formation do you guys want to do? 6 to 5 at the back or what? What are you saying, Alex?
4-3-3.
Why people saying that it's a battle of oil? You know, Roman Abramovich doesn't have nothing with oil, right? Like people saying like it's an oil, like a oil club.
Oh,
Roman Abramovich doesn't have oil things in oil. He has in gas in Gazprom, but not in oil. Like we call it oil oligarchs. He doesn't have oil thing. Just education for.
It's just a buzzword, bruv. Just because we all it's because we're money clubs. They all just call us oil money clubs. It just is what it is. Goes over my head at this point. I don't give a fuck about it anymore. Oh, you bought your way to success. Fuck off. You wish you did as well.
For me, the biggest thing about success is when Liverpool were winning, they used the Bayern effect back in the 70s, Liverpool. Manchester United did in the 90s when they bought the players, because they are a bigger club and then. So they used that pressure to buy players that anything they want. So it's not about the money. It's about how big you start and how much you can get from that.
And how you use it, like these big clubs. It's these big clubs like Arsenal, Man United. Well, Man United actually going in a decent direction, but manager. But like Arsenal, they spend a lot of money, but they don't use it right, like ever. Like they buy people. They could have got Kante. They got Xhaka, for example. Like they go in the wrong direction a lot of times. So like it's how you use your money. It's not like, oh, you just have money. Like no.
And
all
the
big
funny
clubs have
part
money.
the funny part is then they go into the media and say, yeah, we could buy that person, but we choose not to. Why do you bring this thing to the media? Why you make shit of yourself and just be quiet. Say that we never been linked to that player. It makes you even more stupid that you actually passed on such a player. It's weird. Arsenal is weird. Tottenham is even worse. Anyway,
Tottenham, Tottenham got neither of the both.
Money!
Money!
Oh, there he is.
What's
There he is.
Yeah, here he
What are
is.
you
Go
telling
on,
me,
Tom.
bro?
Money.
How we doing?
Yo,
Oh,
Did you
Yeah.
really
Johnny,
heard?
come out.
Did you
That's the
really?
real one.
Did you really find out the news
How
from
we
us
doing?
that Mount is injured, or you knew it before?
No, we didn't know. He was. I didn't know actually
I
until they told me.
I just got a tweet. I just got a tweet now from I've seen it.
Yeah, bro. I
didn't
didn't
think
even
he
know
was
he was
It's
injured
just
coming out of the
it's like
game.
look,
He didn't look
what's
injured.
that?
I didn't think he was injured coming out of the Aston Villa game. Him being out was a big surprise to me.
Maybe it's a fake injury,
Yeah.
just like Arsenal saying like he had the COVID test.
I think he's had a knock, maybe in training, and then that's it. And then they're not going to risk it. Fair play. You got to
Do you
protect
reckon
No, I
his
he
wouldn't
players.
risk it.
Johnny, do you reckon he was knackered in that Villa game?
Nah, man,
He
he
must
come
be
on
getting
and
tired.
he changed the game in that second half. As soon as he come on, changed the game. Captain Minerals, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Robin Loftus-Cheek changed the game.
Minerals, bro.
Loftus-Cheek started, bruv, didn't he?
Oh,
He started the
no.
game. Second
good.
half.
Yeah,
First half, we were shocking up
and he
front.
finished it.
Well, yeah, but we were
I gave it
shocking
to
in the
Johnny.
first
Mount
half,
added
bruv.
that energy. He added that energy.
Yeah, of course he did, man. He brought the minerals, bruv.
Revolutionised.
We won the game,
Revolutionised.
and he took his penalty and banged it away. And Reece James, credit
Yeah.
to Reece James, baller. Do you know what I mean?
Great
Loftus-Cheek
penalty by Reece
had a
James.
great game. I thought he was fantastic, but you can't
You
tell
know
me
who had
that
a good game?
he was the game changer.
Yeah,
He weren't.
Johnny.
He was
Yeah,
second man of
Johnny.
a match for me.
Oh,
Kepa was first.
You know what I mean?
Kepa, man.
So at the end of the day, yeah, it's a
Redemption.
surprise he's out, but fair play, like protect him. Do you know what I mean? You got to protect your best players. You can't just throw him out.
Out of that
there, do you know
game,
what I mean?
you'd think
They got a
Werner
knock,
be
they got a
injured because he got a knock in that game as well, but he's not injured apparently. Like his looked quite bad actually when he
Yeah,
when he's
Nah,
down.
Werner
Like
was
he
fine,
looked
man.
injured. Now
Werner
he's
was
I
fine,
think
mate.
he's made out of nails. Like he never gets injured. He gets knocked around and everything. He plays a lot of minutes too last season, and he just never gets injured either. It's good to see
He's
because he
a
does a
real
lot of
man.
running. Yeah, Navy. So yeah, that's good to see. Like we got some people just not injury prone. Like Pulisic is very injury prone, sadly. Same as Ziyech.
Mount.
So
Yeah,
I'm not in
Mount's
that energy prone, to be honest.
No, he's not. I think how many times has Matt been injured? Like
Was
couple
he even
times.
injured last season? Well, he might have missed the odd
I
game
thi-
or
I
two.
thi-
don't
I think
it
he
was
knocked. He had a knock 1 point, but that's about it. But no serious injury.
He had
Same
that
with Virginia.
knee knock one time. It was pretty dangerous tackle last season. He got against his knee, like his knee went one way. Everybody thought that he might hurt him pretty bad, but turned out okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are we doing this combined?
11 then.
Yeah. Fuck, we didn't
That's-
even get into it. Yeah,
No,
That's
no,
combined
I'm
when
gonna
it's coming.
can I say something? So I've been waiting to say something. You all lot have been talking over me.
Go on.
Is that all right? Right. Johnny, I want to talk to you. Because I haven't spoke to you. I've been trying to speak to you for a long time. And I haven't been able to speak to you yet. Now, I'm going to be nice because obviously the Queen's here. And I'm going to be polite and everything because obviously she's here and I'm going to respect that. But I keep hearing about Mount and you defended Mount. And I'll get the respect you got for him and that. But you can't keep denying how poor he's been this season. He's been extremely poor. His decision making has been poor. And we can sit here and say, well, this is the reason why, that is the reason why. But the simple fact is, he's one of our creative players. I'm not saying he's the only one who's done it, because Havertz has done it, Ziyech has done it. But creative players need to create the opportunities and be precise for every opportunity they create. And he hasn't done so. And we can't keep on making excuses for any of our players, especially Mount, because we got such a big expectation for him. And I know how you like him. I know you get triggered by certain individuals, but you can't keep defending someone who's been that bad.
I think he muted.
I don't think Johnny heard all of it anyway. When he said hello
No
when
way,
you was
didn't hear all
talking.
of that.
Donnie, are you still here?
I couldn't hear shit, man. I couldn't hear nothing, bruv.
This is a losing battle.
The reception here is shocking, bruv. It's shocking, mate. It kept ducking in, and all I got was you can't stop defending Mount. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I knew it.
Jesus.
Wayne, what are you doing?
Oh, Wayne.
Oh,
I
poor
weren't doing
Wayne.
that. I was just trying to have a conversation.
Wayne, how did you fall for this one, Wayne?
Oh, mate. Oh, fuck's sake, man.
I'm only having a conversation with
Right,
a
long
friend.
story short, you just said you can't really defend Mason Mount's form in the last few games. That was it, really.
I'll defend him. I'll tell you what, I'll defend him. And I've heard a lot of shit recently on the last few streams, man. Of he's not our biggest. He's not a creator. He's not a creator for Chelsea. Well, last year he was our biggest fucking chance creator in the whole entire squad. So I don't know where all these people are getting it from. Do they not watch him or something? Do they?
No,
I
I was saying, Johnny, what I was saying was this season, he's not the only one. Havertz and Ziyech done it as well. But he's a creative player that we need to be creative and give the opportunities and create the opportunities for Lukaku and be precise on that. And he hasn't done that this season, in my opinion. And that's why I'm talking to you.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I think that that Havertz and Mount are both really. I think they're struggling in a way to play with Lukaku, with his sort of what he brings to the front line. Because if you look at when Mount and Kai play, when Kai's a false nine, it's almost like effortless for me. And I feel like the fact that Lukaku, who's joined now, he's in the lineup every game. They have to adapt to that, and that's not. It may seem easy to everyone. Oh, you got a big man up front, adapt, but you still got to build a bond and a kind of telepathy with one another in order to make your chances, make the right passes, create chances for Lukaku, and vice versa, Lukaku for them. So I mean, I don't think particularly anyone this season has really kicked on yet. I mean, Lukaku has been clinical and he scored goals with the very few chances he's had, but everyone else, I can only not fault the defence. The defence has been outstanding. And Mendy
Midfield was outstanding too. Kovacic,
Jorginho. I wouldn't say they've been outstanding.
I actually understand what you're saying about Mount and Havertz playing together, and I understand that. But really, this is proper things to say. Like Mount wasn't. You see, it goes to the players themselves. That's why I think you finding Mount comments baseless, because Mount, if he plays there, it's not up to Lukaku. It's up to Mount to find Lukaku.
Well, it's a bit of both. You see, if Lukaku's not making the right runs or in the right position for Mount to play a ball, then
but it's more for Mount than Lukaku.
Well, I don't know about that, mate.
We're talking about elite level striker here.
I don't think you can pinpoint it all on Mason Mount. I think that's a bit of a piss take.
You see, this is why you pisses me off, John. Nobody nobody's blaming Mount exactly. I just don't want to go to the specific other player. I'm talking about Mount.
I've just told you about Mount. When Mount's played, he's been fine, mate. You know what I mean? He's not had a pre-season like everyone else. So, you know, he's just been thrown in there, and he's set the bar very high for himself, right? But if you're like the Spurs game, like none of you get it, and you still don't get it, and I don't know. I just put it down to maybe ball knowledge as to why the changes were made and what the changes, how they affected the game. Yeah, but you don't want to look at that. You just want to pinpoint Mason Mount all the time, which is cool. It's all good, man. But he's the one that came on in the Carabao Cup and changed the game, gave the energy we needed, and pushed us forward, made us look better going forward than we were in the first half because we didn't do anything. Right?
Can't change him in Tottenham. That's
right. But yeah. So they're both tactical changes. So The tactical change in the Spurs game was he wanted the defensive player to play up in that front three and drop in. And in this game, he took off Kante, defensive player, to put on an attacking player in Mason Mount because up front we weren't good enough. So it can work both ways.
You know, the
And that's
tactical
where
change,
we,
though. I think
and
they're two
that's where we
different
go
types of
with the
tactical,
different
though.
ways.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Kante was bad, bruv. Kante
No,
wasn't
but like
bad in
you
the
know,
first half.
Johnny,
He
Johnny,
wasn't.
you know,
This
Johnny,
is my
you know.
point. Hold on,
Yeah.
Chris. That's my point. Is that Kante wasn't taken off because he was poor or performing poor. He was taken off because it was a tactical change to benefit the team to get the result you wanted to get. And that is my point. You don't criticize Mount in the Spurs game and say he was shit, therefore we took him out. No, because Havertz was worse, and you cannot tell me he was not worse,
Right.
because he was.
He wasn't worse.
Right?
No.
Yes, he was.
Can
Yes,
I say something about this tactical
and
thing anyway?
And the fact that you're saying that is you just want to defend your pathetic argument. But at the end of the day, Kai Havertz and every fucking one I've spoken to has said to me that he was worse than Mason Mount. And if you do not agree with that, that's your fucking opinion, bruv. But I don't give a shit. The bottom line is he made that tactical change for a reason.
How do you know he made
the
that
Villa
tactical
game
change for a reason?
because he did. He wanted the defense. He wanted more
How do
solidity.
you know that? How do you know that's
he
a
fucking
fact?
said it, bruv. He said it
We
after
didn't
the
know.
fucking conference. Yes, he did. I've got
Yeah,
the
he said
clip,
Mount
bruv.
wasn't giving me what I wanted, and that's why he took
No,
him
he
off.
didn't say Mount wasn't giving what I wanted. No, he didn't. Now you're putting words into his mouth. He said we were getting run in the midfield. We needed to be more protective and solid in the midfield. So I brought on a defensive player to fill in that role in the offensive position. He didn't change the formation, but what
But
he
doesn't
did
Mount
was
do that
use
though?
Kante. Yes, he did, but he wasn't. What I'm saying to you is he was asked to be offensive in that game, but because of the way Spurs pressed, you needed a Kante in there, bruv. I called for Kante in that game, but I didn't expect him to take off Mount. I expected him to take off a Kovacic. Yeah, and that's it. Like, you can go all day long, you can say whatever you want, but you're not going to change my opinion and my thought process and what I saw in the game. You ain't going to do it. So
The only person can change your opinion is Jesus, Johnny.
No, we don't need to bring God into it, mate. Well, why are you bringing God into it? I mean, that's
because that's the only person that can actually change your opinion. I don't think anything can change your opinion.
No, but my opinion is what I see on the pitch.
So does I. It doesn't mean that your
opinion is
bigger than mine.
I was on a space with Carefree Youth, yeah. I laid down all what I've just said to you and completely agree with me. Why the fuck is it that I can't have anyone else agree with me on this point? Why? What is it? What do you not agree with?
No, the thing is, like,
one sec, Jabby, just before you go off, Ken Berry says they played less than 10 games with Lukaku, to be fair. Does still need to gel a little bit. Z also says, I agree with Johnny, pre-season is important because Jorginho or Reece James didn't have a pre-season and their play stayed the same.
Yeah, what I was saying though, Johnny, is that
I hear what you're saying.
Say Tuchel may have did that change, brought off Mount to get somebody in the midfield. Still didn't change the fact that he had a bad first half.
He wasn't poor in that game, bruv. Why is everyone so quick to say he's poor? Game? He had the best chance in the first half to go 1-0 up. All right, he made one pass that you're all fucking nitpicking where he played it a little bit behind the camera, right? All right,
he shanked it.
And you want to nitpick that because you got nothing else to nitpick because Havertz.
But I watched the game back though. I watched the game back.
Flawless.
Mount was losing possession a lot.
Yeah.
Listen,
like this is not me coming at Mount. I'm just saying what I see.
And I'm not going to keep repeating myself. But I'm not going to repeat myself. I told you why I made the change. It makes
okay, yeah,
sense
agree.
why I made the change, and we won the
game.
I
agree.
And then
in
the Villa game, it wasn't because Kante was poor. He made the change. He gave him 45 minutes. He wanted to give Mount 45 minutes. He changed the game, all right, and wanted a bit more attacking prowess up front because we were fucking shit in the first half, all right. And that's it. And there's nothing deep about it, bruv. You don't need to single out players that they were shit. What, shall I go and single out Werner, Hudson-Odoi, and all these players and say how shit they were? No, bruv. I'm going to back my players. I support my players. And they all haven't had enough minutes together, all right? Loftus-Cheek did a great performance, but he's got to do it week in, week out if he gets that opportunity. You know,
We
and
agree.
until he does get that opportunity, we can't really judge him. You can't fault him for performing how he did in that game, and he was great. All right, our defense was a little bit shaky in my opinion, but you got Sarr in there. Who else did you have in there?
Chalobah, you got Chalobah in there.
You got Chalobah, who looked a bit in a back four. He looked like a back four to me. He just looked a little bit uncertain. But they haven't played with each other. You know, those guys haven't played with each other, but yet we still managed to play like a team, and that's credit to Tuchel as well. You can't keep pinpointing players. They haven't had full pre-seasons. They haven't had full minutes with each other. They haven't had regular play with each other. You basically what you were expecting them to do is bring their individual brilliance and play like a team, like that's nothing. But that is very hard to do, and it takes time to
Nobody's saying. Who's saying that though? I have a question. Do you think Mount's suffering from burnout a little bit?
I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I thought the problem was with Mount this season.
No,
yeah,
playing so many games.
I think maybe I don't think it's physically. I don't think it's physically. I think it's more of a. I think it's more of a mental.
Your mic is cutting off.
I think because his mentality is so elite, but I think like I said, I think that the Lukaku has thrown a spanner in the works for them. Personally, that's what I think.
Yeah, big up AB
I was saying, I think Lukaku's thrown a spanner in the works.
Super chat in. One sec, Johnny. Big up AV who says love Mount, but he needs to improve. Doesn't create enough. Loses the ball too often. He's a few bad performances away from being dropped. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. He's just going through the super chat quickly. Love Mount needs to improve. Doesn't create enough. Loses the ball too often. He's a bad performances away from being dropped. Doesn't create enough. I'd say this season, but last season that doesn't run. Lose the ball too often, a few times, but not too many times for it to be anything too worrying. And I do agree he's a few bad performances away from being dropped, but he might already be being dropped.
It's kind of worrying.
He didn't play the last game. He had to come off the bench. Did he play the last league match as well?
That was Tottenham.
Tottenham, yeah, that was the Tottenham one. Fucking hell. He'll probably either play the Southampton game or the Juve match. But I could see him get benched for the Juve game too, to be honest.
So,
yeah.
Also, we're going to do the combined 11 now because we spent like nearly half an hour on that topic.
Fuck yeah, we were meant to do the combined 11. I completely forgot about that. I was just going to leave it at this point. Yeah. So 4-3-3. We're gonna start off in goal. Mendy or Alisson? What are we doing?
Mendy. And it's Edison, but Mendy.
All in agreement, Edouard Mendy?
I'll put agreement as well, Edouard Mendy.
Right back, Walker or Reece James or Azpilicueta?
James.
What are you saying?
James in a back four, Reece James.
Yeah, we'll do 4-3-3 for this one as well.
Yeah, Reece James.
Everyone going James?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll run with James. Centre back, I'd think these ones speak for itself.
And you could make a case for Diaz, but I think based on the arguments you've made with Christensen, like in the stats, you can't really argue against that.
Christensen in the back four, I don't know, bro.
We finally win. Finally. Thank the Lord.
I don't know. That's debatable.
Yeah, definitely debatable.
I would put Diaz and Silva, honestly.
Yeah, Diaz and Rudiger.
Oh yeah, even Rudiger.
For me, Silva's the only definite. The other two or three are debatable.
Yeah, we gotta have a little less Chelsea bias. I mean, get Christian out of here, man.
So what do you mean, man? Christensen walks into that Man City squad as well. Diaz can go warm bench. He can do Jester's Tro roll and start peeling oranges for half time.
I'll say Robin left his cheek then.
Cancelo. I'll put Cancelo on the left.
Cancelo on the left is a good shout, to be honest.
Yeah, Cancelo at left back.
Didn't even put that into perspective for the other combined 11s. Midfield in the middle, it speaks for itself, Jorginho.
And then it's De Bruyne and Kante.
Yeah, that's the easiest part. I think the attack's easy as well. It's very
Well,
straightforward.
it depends. I think it
Yeah.
depends.
Lukaku,
Because for me,
Mahrez,
I don't think any of our
Chilwell.
wingers go into this.
No, I was going to say for me,
Yeah, I don't
it's
think so.
it's Foden, Mahrez, and Lukaku. For me,
No, Chilwell, Mahrez.
Yes.
For me.
Potentially Bernardo Silva as well.
Oh, the Silver's a good shout. To be fair,
debate.
but I just think
Nah,
are we
Bernardo
basing
makes
this
his
just
own
off
team.
form and are we doing like both form and ability or just ability? Because then it's a different
Bit of
conversation.
Mix. We'll do mix. We'll do a
But then
mix.
Mahrez's form this season has been incredible.
Yeah, we'll meet Mahrez.
What about Grealish?
Oh fuck!
Grealish
You forgot.
will,
Actually, yeah, to be fair, Grealish over Foden, if we're being honest.
Yeah, that's what I
Grealish
said.
has been great.
Yeah, I think Grealish,
and-
Lukaku, Mahrez.
That's a good front three, to be fair.
What a fucking team, by the way.
Yeah, only,
That's why I said these are the best
back
two teams in the league. These
back
are the
two
best
is
two
no
teams in
fucking
the
way.
league.
There's
Gives
no
me
Thiago
thinking
Silva
this
in
would
it.
have been a big debate, but it was straightforward as fuck.
No,
I've done it like 2 minutes.
Rudiger and Christensen are not.
It's because there's very
Rudiger
little.
needs to be in it, and what's his name needs to be in it.
What's that?
What's-
Silva needs to be dropped for Rudiger, and Christensen needs to be dropped for the other guy from City.
What, Diaz? No,
Diaz, yeah.
Thiago Silva's been brilliant this year for us. Like he's been the rock.
In the games he's played,
Diaz
yes,
overrated
2
anyway,
games.
but we move. I don't really rate
Yeah,
Diaz.
Diaz is
And the thing is,
quality.
if we're having criticism because of Christensen in the back too, the same needs to be had for Rudiger.
Yeah,
So the only argument for me would be to include Diaz instead of Christensen or Rudiger.
so okay. It doesn't matter which one. I think both of them needs to be one Rudiger and
Right,
one.
I'll find a way to make everyone happy.
Yeah, Diaz is Rudiger on the
Diaz,
bench.
and he's in the reserves. There we go. Now
Oh,
he's in the... We all happy?
No.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yes? No? Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Okay. Anyone got anything else they want to talk about? Because other than that, I'll probably just leave the stream here, to be honest.
Oh,
Just hope we win.
Hope we win.
Literally just that. Just hope we win. Like we're likely to win. What's you guys' score
Yeah, but
predictions?
who's the front three? Who's the front three?
It depends on this. It depends on the
Oh,
system.
what,
If
for
we
the
go
game
five
today,
in the
for
middle.
the game tomorrow,
Yeah,
or for the
are you-
combined 11?
Is he? No, forget the combine. I'm thinking for the game. Do you reckon he's going to go to the 3-5-2?
I think
I
he's
want
gonna
to.
go 3-5-2.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
Kai
we
Havertz-
said it was going to be
well,
Havertz, Lukaku, and
You
Werner.
think he go 3-5-2?
yeah.
I want
I
it to be
I think
Kovacic,
3-5-2.
Kante, and Jorginho.
Or
That's like
3-4-2-1.
throwing all your
No,
eggs in one
3-4-1-2.
basket, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that.
Based on the fact that we now have Loftus-Cheek's come back, like I know you're going to get annoyed at this, Lewis, but Ross Barkley has had minutes. Like
Where are we going with this?
I'm just saying in the
Ross
midfield
Barkley?
three.
Where are we going with this?
I'm saying you're saying
That's what I'm saying.
Like in one basket, we've got people we can bring on for these other players later on in the game if we go a 3-5-2.
Ross Barkley.
I'm saying not to
No.
start. No way in hell. I'm saying
Hey, 94th minute, Chelsea
Yeah.
1-0 up. We're trying to time waste for another minute. Get Barkley on. Get him an
fair
appearance.
play. Yeah, fair
That's
play.
fine.
Robin Loftus-Cheek better if we win and
Werner
we defend.
Lukaku up front, Johnny. I would take that.
Werner Lukaku definitely, or Havertz Lukaku if the Werner thing because he played.
But it's-
I would go to 3-5-2. Kante, Jovicic, and then Werner and Lukaku.
It's not
And then,
Jovicic,
and then second, yeah, but I've called them both in it.
No, Jovic
No.
is the mix.
I see what you did. I see what you
it's
did. I
both
get
of
it.
them.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I
have,
might start.
And then bring on Havertz second half if Mount's not in the game. So yeah, that's
I
You
what
know
think-
what's a fun
I think
thing?
it's completely opposite. Havertz and Lukaku's gonna start, and Werner's gonna come off the bench.
I
You
can
know, it's
see
a
that
funny
as well.
thing. We had a somewhat hard start to the season, like fairly challenging. I feel like the lower teams are going to give us more of a problem for some reason. I don't know
Well, they
why.
definitely will. The teams that sit back, or the teams that like Tottenham, where they'll try and focus on exploiting certain players. Like this is why City doesn't trouble. They trouble me in the sense of they're the next best team in the league, but on a apart from that, they don't trouble me because we beat them 3 times in a row.
Records always be meant to be broken, so
Yeah, and I expect City to have a lot more motivation after the Champions League final too, especially because the Chelsea fans are just going to be chanting about it all game.
And don't
I
forget,
just
this is
think
going to be
Pep might switch it up yet again, right? And Tuchel just seems to know. He's proved it in the Spurs game for me. If he needs to switch it up, he'll switch it up, Tuchel, and he'll switch it up in any way possible that will defeat what Pep's trying to do, because he's just a tactical genius. This guy.
And that's
don't
why
really
I think
worry.
it's going to be 5 in midfield. That's why I think it's going to be 5 in midfield, because you can adjust with 5 in midfield quicker than you can adjust with 4-3-3 or no, with 3 up top. With 5 in the middle, you have more chances to adapt, to change the formation, change into the game. If you will have less midfielders, you're going to need to drop somebody to drop in midfield. And I think Tuchel knows that. That's why he will play 2 up top.
Change the way you play.
Yeah. That's for me.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Formation 3-5-2 is better to be adapted during the game if it's not 3-5-2.
I expect that.
Because you can adjust in the game with 5 midfielders versus you short on the midfielder. Then you have to make early substitution. That's why I think it's 3-5-2 is better suited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a feeling he might go for that.
The difference is for me is to guess how we're gonna start. If we're gonna start high and pressing, you wish Timo Werner is on the field then. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how City will start.
But City do play like that. So therefore, for me, Werner starts like he did in the Champions League final. I just feel like with Werner, he's got such great movement and pace that he can really hurt City, and they'll be worried about him. So every time they do push forward and they press us, we've got that weapon of Werner with Lukaku, though, because Lukaku can actually hold the ball. Now, if you can hold the ball and Werner makes the run, you could.
My problem with that will be he played 90 minutes in the mid game, Timo Werner.
I would say that, regardless,
he's missed a few games before, though, isn't he? He's only come on as like an impact.
Yeah.
I will say though, regardless if we have next to Lukaku, we play the 3-5-2, whether it's Havertz or Werner, both are equipped to deal with their back line. Because Havertz, we saw when Germany played Portugal, he had Diaz's number the whole game.
And I think
that was in the 3 up front, though. That's a 3 up front when you had Mount, Havertz, and Werner. So you had a lot of pace and movement. But for me, Werner's got more pace than Havertz. He's quicker. So if they do press us and Lukaku gets that ball, or it's fed from Jovicic to Lukaku, his first thought is going to be, "Where's Werner? I'm dinking that ball. I'm playing that ball," and he cuts in. And that's where you can hurt him, but you can hurt City if they press us, that is. And I think they will. When does City not press?
I'm saying press is one way, the way City presses. It's another way, the way Tottenham pressed. Tottenham and Aston Villa pressed aggressively. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes too aggressively.
But Pep's looked at that. He's obviously seen how Tottenham pressed that first half. He might be working on that for our game.
Yeah.
Because it did stop us playing. But then Tuchel had an answer for it. So I think Tuchel will know from their lineup how they intend to approach us in the first half for the game. And then he'll make the tweaks maybe last minute.
Exactly.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. That 3-5-2 is better to be team to tweak it during the game.
Tweak it within the game. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter who Werner or we got to play a game. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I think you let Werner play this. He looks good, man. He looks good. Werner looks. He looks good. Do you know what? I feel like he's more in the games now. Like the games he's played, he's been in it. Like he felt he's in it.
Good header in the midweek.
Yeah, he scored a goal. He got his goal, and he linked up well, and he made the right runs, and he looks a bit more confident on the ball. To make a pass to a teammate doesn't look like overworked or he's not trying too hard like he was before. For me, I feel like he's a little bit more settled, and I think Tuchel's taken him out a few games, and that's benefited him. And now I'd play him against City. I just fancy him. I fancy him to score against Villa, and he did. And I fancy him to play a role against City in this game.
That would be great for
Because his
his
pace is
confidence if he can
threatening.
bag 2-2.
Yeah,
Oh,
Really
yeah,
would.
especially if
against
he's
City.
playing a high line though. City
Mm.
will play a high line tomorrow, so we need him to
Yeah,
run
and
those behind.
I think
Stretch the defense.
Werner. I think everyone can agree and get off his balls a bit that he's starting to look decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I expected it. I've always said to everyone, give him 10 games into this season, maybe 12, and you're gonna see a Werner creep in, and he's slowly
There's another
building it.
benefit of having Werner is what's the right back for City,
Walker.
Walker. He will
Oh,
keep
Walker,
Walker
yeah,
at
yeah.
bay. He will keep Walker
He's got,
defending more than
and he's
in
always got a
offensive.
mistake. That guy, he's always got a
Yep,
mistake in him, Walker.
yep. And if you
Doesn't
can
matter
cut
when
like
it is, he's got it in
that's
him.
what I'm saying. Like if he will prefer to go, that space will be empty to just hit the ball into that space. You know what I'm saying? So that's another benefit to have Timo in his starting lineup more than Kai Havertz. I just don't know if Tuchel likes that long ball. You know what I'm saying? I think he doesn't like that long ball. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't like that kind of style of game. Like I think we should use Timo Werner exactly the same way Salah is used in Liverpool. This is exactly two similar players. Well, one shady finisher though, but that's how exactly we should use them. Like pass couple of passes in midfield, cross ball into the space, and
Yeah,
let
but
Timo chase it.
has he got the technical ability of a Salah though to go with that? You know,
Well, here's the
I'm
thing.
not
All we have to
so
do is separate the two.
sure.
The difference between Chelsea and Liverpool, we have Lukaku. Liverpool doesn't have a center forward that they can rely on. That's why Salah has to do what he has to do. With Chelsea, we have that focal point, and if Timo Werner rushes to the space, the defenders are gonna have to make a decision. Which one goes after him, and what you do? Do you go both for Timo Werner, or you stay one with Lukaku, one with Timo Werner? And I'll take chances on the open space. I'll take Timo Werner chance against anyone. He can just push the ball a little bit and he can outpace the defenders. You know what I'm saying? Even Lukaku is actually really, really fast. Lukaku has a pace. That's how I think we should approach the game if Timo Werner
I
starts.
reckon Lukaku will get the best out of Werner.
I think so too. I think so too. Because it's just like Mount, you can see the Mount and Kai Havertz, they don't know how Lukaku will move, which way he's moving. Timo Werner is also being the forward. He knows how forwards thinks, what channels they run. There's a couple of times when Kai Havertz and Mount played, and they literally made three same run. I think it was Kai Havertz had the ball, and he moved right. Mount went left, and what's his name went in the middle. And when he switched it, but all three shifted to the left. I was like, that's not how you open the spaces. One's supposed to stay, another one's supposed to pull defender away for somebody to shoot. It's I think Johnny is some way right about Mount dropping the form has to do with Lukaku in the team, and I can see actually that I can see that.
It's everyone, and also the first start of the season, at the last season, we were all waiting
Anyone
for
in
the front
offensive
three
zone,
to
yes.
gel. Anyone offensively was trying to gel, and near the end of the season, we started to build something with Kai Havertz, false nine, Werner, Mount, right, and Pulisic coming in and out. We had something really good going on, right, and it was working, and we obviously won the Champions League. And then now you brought Lukaku, and he's a different way, different player, different profile, different way of playing. Everyone, not just Mount, Havertz, Ziyech, Odoi, Pulisic, Werner, they've all got to adapt to now to Lukaku. So it's like you almost go back a step. From going forward, you're going backwards again to then go 2 steps forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to take time. But the point I'm trying to make is we are winning games while they are trying to learn each other. And that's very, very key. And that's brilliant.
I watched Tuchel's kind of like a documentary, or I don't know, YouTube thing for like a 20 minutes on or 30 minutes documentary about the
Compilation.
Tuchel's. Yeah. Did you see how his training process and everything? I'm not surprised Timo Werner is not good at it, and that's why he's been overlooked because he shrinks the fields.
That's
And
because
Timo,
people wanted him to do that as well.
yeah. And the
Because
thing
he was
is,
always fair in that training session.
Is
yeah,
that Jack
Timo,
Daniels?
do what?
Xavi, I thought you were drinking Jack Daniels there for a sec.
No,
Oh,
go
fair
back to your point right now. I feel
yeah,
like
go back. We're gonna wrap up in about a few minutes as well because I got to
So
head out.
that's why I
Tuchel-
think that's
he
why I
was
think
like
Tuchel.
obey, like yeah, he was because Tuchel tell him to do what he wanted him to do in that training session. So he was really on it, to be fair, in behind those scenes with Tuchel and that. But yeah, man,
That's why Cho is missing, because if you look at, if I suggest everybody to watch that, I think it's only 20 minutes on YouTube or something, who's Tuchel and how he became who he became. And he actually, like he said, that he learned from what's his name, with Bold Pep, how to actually defeat him. He's like he opened his hand, but that's not the point. The point is how he approaches the training ground. He shrinks that field so tight. That's why Kovacic is shining, I think, because Kovacic, like I said before, he's like a little wizard without a lubricant, can get out of any kind of tight spaces. That's why Jorginho start play better in the holding that. So I don't know.
That's exactly what I saw as well during that training session. But yeah,
You can see the players that can hold the ball in the tight spaces, and that's the players that play. Like I highly recommend people to watch it. Another thing, that's why Robin Loftus-Cheek start showing showing in the game again, because Robin has he's big. He spreads his wide Eiffel Tower legs, and it's it. Nobody can come from both sides on him. He has that frame that can hold the ball. That's why he's in the defensive mode was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right, big up Myron Phillips saying Javi drinking Jack at 10 a.m. Savage. Big up yourself, Myron, as well. Guys, we are going to end the stream here. Big up everyone
11
that
over
is
here,
locked
baby.
in. Hopefully you make it 4 wins in a row and we
going
drop
to
down
that
Pep's head. Big up
Alpha,
everyone
Alpha.
that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button, all of that you already know. And we'll
Up
be
the
back
fucking
on
Chelsea,
Sunday.
Up
I
the
think.
Chelsea, man.
Yeah, up
Yeah.
the fucking Chelsea and let's smoke that Man
Score
City
predictions:
at the end of
Chelsea
tomorrow.
5-0, Lukaku hat-trick.
I'm gonna go for 2-0 Chelsea. I will leave it at that.
I want Werner to score. I need him hat trick tomorrow.
The other 2 goals are from Werner.
I want Werner hat trick tomorrow. So
Right, we gotta end the stream here. Smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Big up everyone that's locked in.
Take your daily
Take
minerals
care.
as well, man.
Like
You know
and
what I mean?
subscribe, and don't forget to take your minerals too. Up the fucking